Nonstop News at 11 starts now.
18 years of his life spent behind bars for a crime he did not commit. Now he's sharing his message of freedom. Good evening. He spent a good chunk of his life behind bars serving time for somebody else's crime.
That was until DNA technology came along and was used to prove his innocence. Now James Tillman is telling others how sweet freedom is in hopes of directing at-risk kids down the right path.
News Channel Jamie Muro is live in the Hartford newsroom tonight with more on Tillman's message. Jamie.
Ted Nan, good evening. The STAR mentoring program sees James Tillman as a mentor, someone who can influence and possibly change the life of a young child. Now, volunteers have a profound impact on these young kids, and Tillman told me tonight that if his speech could just change the life of one child, then his speech was a success. 13-year-old Brian Mathis has his whole life ahead of him.
It ain't no joke. Believe it ain't no joke at all.
James Tillman is here to make sure that life isn't interrupted by a jail sentence.
Get into a fight, we disrespect to the teachers, stuff like that.
Tillman became a free man a few months ago after spending 18 years in prison. DNA evidence proved he was not the man who kidnapped and raped a woman in 1988.
You know, it's time for me as a man to be a man and stand up and, you know, talk to the kids, because I don't think they have a lot of role models.
Organizers of Hartford STAR mentoring program asked Tillman to speak Monday to at-risk kids about life in jail.
If Mr. Tillman can give his story and give the kids an education of the life that's in prison for these kids, educate them what's there if they choose to stay on the path that they're on.
Brian Mathis listened and learned.
I learned to never go to jail and respect your elders and always do good.
Tillman says he'll keep speaking as long as people keep asking. As he has learned firsthand, life is not to be wasted but celebrated.
Because you have a choice. You have a choice to say you want to be good or whether you want to be bad.
As for Brian, with the proper guidance, he says he'll get there, and he's already made his choice.
I want to be a basketball player or I want to be a business owner.
And to show the environment that some of these kids are surrounded by, the majority of these kids raised their hands when they were asked how many of them knew someone who had been killed due to violence or how many of them had actually held a gun. Now, Tillman, who is a devout Christian, also told these kids tonight that one way to change their life is to become involved with the church. We're live in the Hartford newsroom tonight. I'm Jamie Muro, News Channel 8.